All right, guys, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you today, and how was your weekend? Hope you took quality time to study the market during the course of the week. I mean, the weekend, and also hope you had a nice time with your family. All right, before we start today's analysis, all right, I will want us to look at what we analyzed last week and the aftermath of it, which is the result of it. But before then, I would love you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. All right, join our Telegram page, our Telegram channel, and follow us on Instagram also. All the links are on the description box. Now on the Telegram channel, you're going to see my chart, how I mark chart, um how things actually played out. These are the information you're going to get on the Telegram channel, then also on my Instagram channel. But on the YouTube channel here, you're going to get videos, right, as I am uploading them. So you need to click on the notification bell, and also make sure you subscribe so that you can enjoy all the quality content I'm always uploading. Don't forget to subscribe immediately. Subscribe. It doesn't bite, just subscribe. All right, so let's see. We're going to start from Euro USD, right? And this is really what we looked at last week. All right, I was looking at two things, right? I was looking at price moving back, taking out this liquidity, rejecting on this block or this particular block, then price should move down. And as you can see, this is really what happened, right? Price really pull back into this, right? If you know how to enter, just like I've actually done a teaching on entries, so you can practice that and make sure and take an entry, right? And this is another one, right? I was looking at this particular zone, price to take out this low, right, and reject on this before price will move up. Then also I was looking at this low, but my major concern was just on this or this particular zone, but price got there and really broke the zone. Then what do we have next? Price came back to what I'm really expecting, to cut the liquidity, and you can see on the Wednesday how price reversed. Then on GBPUSD, look at what GBPUSD did. Now on this particular note, I was expecting price to come back to take out this low, but that did not happen. So my analysis here, right, was only on this particular zone that really played out, but every other one, right, it did not continue in that direction. So the next pair will be EURJPY, right? This was the zone I was expecting that price will continue to go up with. As you can see, price came down into that zone. It moved up, and on Thursday it reversed back. So if you know how to enter now, this would have actually given you about 1 to 10 risk reward ratio before this reversal really took place. Then the next one was or CADJPY. As you can see, where I was expecting this particular low to be taken, then price should come back to this, and that shows price could not really lift up based on our analysis. So we're going to see what we're going to do next. Then on gold also, right, this was what I was really looking at. Price should take out this liquidity, then price should reverse from there, and that is really what happened. As you can see, that's really what happened, right? Then on USD30, right, I was expecting price to take out either this low or this high for us to actually have a trade, but as you can see it here, price did not take out that high. Look at it here. Price could not take out that high, which could not really give me a trade. And the next one I was expecting is this. So we're going to look at what we're going to see later on. Now, so and lastly on US tech, right, which is NASDAQ, right, this didn't play out as we're expecting a liquidity grab of this zone, right? Then price just continued to go higher. So this is what I will be expecting this week as we always analyzing week in, week out. So don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel also, and um click on the notification bell. Then also our mentorship class is open. It will be closed in 7 days time, so you can take the opportunity to join our class so that you can learn how to analyze in a best way, in a very, very good way, in a very professional way. We have two classes. We have one special class which is one-to-one, then we have another class which is a pre-recorded section. Then the fees are actually different. One is $550 and one is $2,500. The content in each courses are actually very different, and what you're going to gain from it. So if you're interested, you can just message me on Telegram, right, or you can shoot in an email to my mail so that I can also give you much more details concerning those things. So this is DXY, which is dollar index. Now I use dollar index for many reasons, right? And the first reason, majorly what I always use it for, is just an indicator to tell me what I'm expecting on USD pairs. And as you can see, this pairs has really been bearish all the way from here. Then in this particular aspect, we can see it taking out liquidity, right? It's taking out liquidity and also moving back in a compressed manner, right? So majorly we can expect price to pull back into this particular zone, right? We already have the first zone. We took out this liquidity here, reject on this block, but majorly this is not really very clear. So let's see weekly. On the weekly time frame, right, the same thing. Now for me, I'm really expecting this low to be taken on the weekly time frame. This is really my desire, that price will come back and take out this yearly low, right? And that's really very pleasing to me. Well, anyway, let's look at the 4 hour time frame and see what is happening. Now on the 4 hour time frame, what can we really see? I love liquidity. I love liquidity to really take place when I'm trading. So this implies that I can mark this particular zone is either I see price take out this liquidity, all right, price take out this liquidity, right, and actually drop down. Now this is the current weekly high, and this particular eye also should be taken out. Then we might likely see some kind of a trade in this whereby price will continue to drop down. But currently this is what I can really see. Then if you look at the 4 hour structure, we have a lower high, we have a lower low, we have a lower high, we have a higher low, we have an higher high, we have an higher low, right? And in this, price took out liquidity, price came back to retest it, and price gave us an impulsive move. So we might likely see some kind of movement, bullish movement, that might serve as price taking out that high. As you can see how it was formed. So in this particular note, right, we can expect price to pull back into this particular note, right, then see that bullish movement. But for me, I would really love to see liquidity and right before I will trade. I love that so much. So either price come back to this and we look for a buyer, or liquidity grab before we go up, or price just check out this high, then we go down. Either of these two, we're going to know what is going to happen. But majorly on the weekly time frame, we can see this price is very bearish. Daily time frame is also bearish. Then 4 hour time frame, we can see some kind of a bullish move. Though if the weekly is bearish, then on the 4 hour we're going to have some kind of intra-structure pattern that is going to be formed, whereby H4 will now become bullish just for it to retrace, and that particular bullish move that we can see on the 4 hour will be a retracement on the weekly or the daily. So that is really very understandable, as we have always been saying that. So is either price pull back to this block or price just take out this liquidity. So that is what we're going to know to determine what might happen next on this pair. So we're going to look at other pairs now. Let's see. So we're going to start with a normal pair, which is dollar index. I mean dollar index. We've done dollar index. So let's look at Euro USD. So what is happening on Euro USD now? Right, just like what we see now. This price is taking out liquidity, and really, I would really love to see the movement up, because anytime liquidity is taken, though, we might also expect another liquidity grab here. Right, but either of these two, right, I really want to see these. Then let's see 15 minutes time frame. If that, no, yeah, I will be expecting another liquidity gap here. So that really will be very good for me to really trade this pair up. Though price was really impulsive here anyway, but before we can do anything, is either we see price retracing to this area before the drop down, or on this LVG. Anyway, let's look at it on the weekly. We have some liquidity to be taken, which is really this high. I believe so that price is still going down, and also this is not really impulsive after this particular compression, right? This is not really impulsive, so I believe that price is sitting on this block. All right, so we might actually move up till this particular high will be taken. So this is the picture we have on the 4 hour time frame. We already have one, right? We have two, we have three, so we can have another liquidity gap for us to see this price moving higher, right? Price moving higher. So our ultimate target would be this high. It might actually not happen in a week, so we can really see something around that area. So I'm looking for a buying opportunity, just like we actually said in dollar index that I want to see this liquidity grab happen, price reject off this block, then price drop down. And if possible that we have this, it's just opportunity for us to drop down to this, price move up again, took out liquidity, and we take out liquidity, then drop down, because we can actually see a very strong bearish move in that particular market structure. So the next pair we're going to talk about will be on USDCHF. Now on the weekly time frame, we can really see that this is sitting on the block, which is really against what dollar index is doing. Right, this already broke structure, which is what we call a simple market structure here. It is not really confirmed, then price is not really going down in an impulsive move. But anyway, I still trust that this particular low can still be exposed, right, can still be taken out. And on the daily time frame, what do we have in a daily time frame? Price also has really been compressing. Price has been compressing. Then this low was what was taken out for this week. Then it doesn't mean that we cannot really still have another exposure of that. Then on the 4 hour time frame, also 4 hour time frame, I don't really like this price action. I can see a liquidity gap here. This is really a very strong one, because DXY, based on the pattern I can see on DXY, is different from what I can see on EURUSD. So in this case, anytime price is not really clear to me, I will just leave market on Monday, or maybe just trade intraday for me to see a trade I can really take. But on Tuesday, Wednesday, market should really be clear. So as what we can see here, price took out this liquidity, and we have Friday's high. So there is a tendency that price might actually take Friday's high here and come into Monday, come into this FVG, then price should just retrace back and just pull back down. So that's majorly of what I'm really looking at based on what we've really seen on DXY. And if possible, the price just come back to this particular price action, then that is what we're going to trade according to what price might really give to us after then. So as you can see, so the next pair we're going to look at is going to be GBPUSD, right? So for GU, right, we might likely see price moved up from here. So what I might likely see is price moved up from here, or price just break out this particular zone, because this has price has really been compressing, and price was going higher. So in this particular case, this is just price accumulating in a bullish market structure. So in some cases, it's either it's going to take out this liquidity, or price on a 1 hour time frame or even 30 minutes time frame will give us a liquidity grab here. Let's say liquidity grab here, and on this particular note, we might likely see it reject off this particular block. Then we are going to be a buyer of this pair up. But eventually this actually will break, or price will just continue to go higher. Price might just come to this particular zone, then we'll see the drop down. But most likely, I'm expecting this particular low to be taken out, the liquidity there, which was Friday's low, right, which was Friday's low. As you can see, it was Friday's low, come to the block formed on on Thursday, then pull up, or price take out the last week low as we have it here, then actually pull up. So that's what I have there. So on EURJPY, so we have this also sitting on the on the block here, and on the weekly time frame, we can see surely it is up. Now on the 4 hour time frame, look at what is happening here. Sitting on the block, right? See, this is what we call higher time frame rejections on the LPC in my trading style, right? So with this price is sitting on this block, then 15 minutes time frame might really be our judge. So on this note, just like what we have on the 1 hour time frame, we can have this low being taken. So eventually we might have it over 3 hits pattern below that low, right? And if possible, I really want to see another low there, and that will really be a very good, on a very good note for me to trade this pair up. Really, I really want to trade this pair up. I really want to trade it up. Anyway, price can just continue to drop down, but for us to sell now, maybe when price come to this NOB, right, this particular long block, or this particular block, either of these two, or within this particular range, one price will pull back to this, and before then, we really want to see is a buy to sell, right? Even though this price is going to continue to sell, we want to see a buy to sell, but I'm going to be a buyer here, and when price come to this block or this block, I'm going to be a seller. But if that sell did not hold, then I'll just continue to be a buyer. I will still be holding some positions if that is still open. So the next pair is going to be CADJPY. CADJPY is really behaving like EURJPY. As you can see, price is really accumulating. All right, and on the daily time frame, look at what is happening. So all this low might really be broken. Right, on the 4 hour time frame, look at what is happening. So we have a block here. So most likely we have last week low, which really can be broken. I still believe that maybe around this, because these are an NOB. So this particular low, basically I want to see this low being taken out. As you can see that. So liquidity is everything. I want to see liquidity, take out that liquidity accumulation, right? Then price take out the liquidity, and want to see price moved up. So this is going to be in line with 4-hour time frame that we've actually suggested, and this really looks like an equal high. Price was actually taken around that area, so we can have our target there. On the daily time frame, look at what is happening. If this, though I just believe that this is overbought, pardon me for that word, I still believe that overbought in my own time is not like those RSI or whatsoever stochastic they are using. No, the overbought here is just that this is really too expensive for me to buy. I love price really retracing so well before I'm going to be a buyer. So this on a daily time frame to me is really very risky, and that particular block on 4-hour might just be really been broken. It can just really be broken. But let's see what will happen if we're going to have a sell to buy. I mean, a sell, then that surely there's going to be a buy up there before there's going to be a sell. So let's hope for what is going to happen based on this. Then on gold, weekly time frame, we can see price is now going up. I still believe that continue to go higher. Then on daily time frame, look at what is happening, right? I still believe maybe this particular low can still be taken out. Then market can actually shoot up from there. As you can see, this was just last 2 weeks low, which is still very possible to be taken out. Then also we have last week low here, then we have another block here. So what we can see is that price rejects on this particular block, then move up, or price will just come back here, take out this liquidity and move up. That is really what I'm expecting on gold. Then next pair will be on USD30. USD30 price is also accumulating, right? Majorly maybe forming an equal low. Price has already taken up an equal low here. So what we might likely see is that price will take out this equal low, reject on this block, or even take it out and continue to go higher, just as we have it. So this is the ultimate, because price might still really take out this high. I trust so. Right. Then also this something like around an equal high here, as you can see, equal high here. So price can be taken out to ensure that though this really looks like price, the liquidity has been taken. Then on the, so as you can see, so we can still expect something to happen anyway. Then let's see 1-hour time frame. On 1-hour time frame, price is also accumulating here. So what might happen, right? All this price action, I don't really like it. Is price can just continue to shoot up until this is actually taken up. Price will retrace up, down, come to this end before continuing to go higher. That is what I'm really expecting on this. Right, I believe that I've really touched all the pairs I'm analyzing. So again, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and also you should join our Telegram page. That also is very, very important. And don't forget, the mentorship class is opened and it is for you to participate, right? So you can participate in this, and just like what I have said earlier, right? I'm not sure if I'm going to take students for August, or maybe register student in July. Maybe the next admission is going to be in August, October. All right, so is this the best time for you to just join and participate in it so that you can learn in a professional way? So if you have any question, you can direct it to me. Then I'm also planning to have a general public webinar, right, whereby I'm going to teach a very basic way for you to take an intraday trade. Right, I'm going to do that maybe this week or coming weeks. So we're going to see how that will work out. Again, if you have any question, you can just contact me on Telegram. My Telegram handle is at online trader 16, at online trader 16, or on email, right, shola60@gmail.com. Right, so this, you can really contact me on Telegram. This is Telegram, online trader 16, and on email at shola60@gmail.com. So I'll be ready to receive you and also to answer your question as um, you ask them. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will see you in the next class. Until then, enjoy your time and enjoy your weekend and have a good trading week. God bless you. Bye bye.